Well, the FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 is finally here with us as Qatar becomes the 18th country to have ever hosted the World Cup and the first country of an Arab tradition or Arabian nation from the Middle East, is you can see, to have ever hosted the World Cup. And we all know the controversy that surrounded this World Cup, from Qatar having the opportunity to host the World Cup to the situation of bribery and allegations that came up as of the fact that some of the FIFA Executive Council members were bribed in favor of Qatar to give them their votes and then had the opportunity of hosting the World Cup. All these allegations have been said. Former FIFA President Sepp Blatter, former UEFA President Michel Platini have all been cleared of this allegation, and a whole lot of things have commenced. But let's go on, and then the game begins today, and then we're going to be previewing a lot of these games as the game starts today between Qatar, the host nation, and Ecuador, and a nation from the southern part of America. And let's take a look at those sides. Qatar, the host nation, are becoming the 80th country to participate in the World Cup by virtue of the fact that they're hosting the competition for the first time in their history. And if you're going to remember, they won the 2019 Asian Cup. And all these achievements were as a result of the fact that they planned towards achieving that target. After, as they brought on board Felix Sanchez, the Spanish international who happens to be the coach of the Qatari national team. In 2006, I remember he was brought on board to take over the Aspire Academy. He coached those young ones, rose through the ranks, and then he was able to reach the senior national team from 2011, 2014, 2017. Eventually, he was given the opportunity to coach the Qatari national team. And from that, he's never turned back. 2 years later, between 2017 and 2019, he succeeded in helping the Asian country Qatar to win the Asian Cup after they defeated Japan. And if you take a look at the players that they bring in at the tournament, 13 out of the 26 squad, representing 50%, are all players of Al Sadd, 6 from Al Duhail, 3 from Al Wakra, the rest from Al Garafa and some of the other clubs within the Qatari club, as most of their, or all their players I should say, who are coming to the tournament Qatar 2022 are all home-based players. And then they're going to be depending on the experience of some of the guys that they having. If you take a look at someone like Hassan Haidos, the captain of the national team, Qatari national team, he was part of the 2011 squad of Al Sadd that won the Asian Champions League in 2011. He's raising on that occasion to get his 170th cap, as and when if get opportunity to play against Ecuador. Abdel Karim Hassan has also been one of the dependable defenders of the Qatari national team. He's also had 129th cap. So immediately he get opportunity of representing his nation today. What it means is he will be having 130 appearances for his national team. Now to the squad. Al Sheep has been the dependable goalkeeper for the Qatari national team. He was the main man, or the main man in goal post, you can say, in 2019 when they won the Asian Cup. Pedro Miguel, of which they refer to him, Roro, who was born in Portugal, later on naturalized for the Qatari national team, will be the man at the right side of defense. You're going to be having the dependable Abdul Karim Hassan, Al Wari, and then Tariq Salman are going to form the back line. So these are the guys to protect Al Sheep, the one in goal post. In midfield, we're going to be having Ahmed Alaidin, the Egyptian, the man who was born in Egypt, later on naturalized for the Qatari national team. Abdul Karim Boudiaf was also born in France, but he also naturalized for the Qatari national team together with Abdul Aziz Hatem. So these guys are going to form the midfield trio within the Qatari setup. Hassan Haidos, the dependable captain who will be wearing the number 10 jersey, will be just in front of them with those two attack guys with those two men spreading the attack. Ali Al Muez, who was born in Sudan, later on went who went to Qatar at the age of around 2. He has also been a Qatari for now. Akram Afif, the 2019 Asian Best Footballer of the Year, together with Ali Moyes, will be forming the duo in the attack. So it's likely that the Qatari national team will be lining in 4-4-2, but you can break it in the fact that it will be 4-3-1-2, with the likes of Pedro Miguel, Abdel Karim Hassan, Al Wari, and Tariq Salman forming the back line. You'll be having that midfield trio of Alaidin, Abdul Ahmed, Abdul Aziz Hatem, and then Abdul Karim Boudiaf. These guys will be forming the midfield trio with Hassan Haidos, the captain, just in front of them with the two attackers, Akram Afif and then Ali Al Moez. Now to the Ecuador setup. a team that is having their fourth participation in the World Cup. Their maiden appearance was at the land that the competition is going to be hosted, which was Asia in 2002 at Japan, Korea, when those two countries co-hosted the competition. They were there in 2002, they were there in Germany 2006, and this happens to be their best ever World Cup, of which they progressed past the group stages that was having Germany, Poland, and then Costa Rica. They went on board to the round of 16. Eventually, they got booted up by the free kick taken by David Beckham, of which the English defeated the Ecuadorian national team, which ended 1-0. And that happens to be the best ever World Cup for the Ecuadorians. They missed out to South Africa 2010. They were there in 2014 in Brazil. And that happens to be the last World Cup they were before coming to Qatar 2022, based on the fact that they missed out on 2018 at Russia. And if you take a look at the players that are going to be coming at the competition, the one you can talk about who have experience within the World Cup is that certain Enner Valencia, who has played at a point in time, played his trade for West Ham, and is now on the books of Fenerbahce. Is going to be the one leading the attack, or he's going to be the man who will be captaining the Ecuadorian national team. And goalkeeper Dominguez, who was part of the squad in 2014 at Brazil. So it's likely that the Ecuadorians coach Gustavo Alfaro will be lined up with his men, with the likes of, based on the fact that there's been a lot of injury concerns. If you take about a look at a player like Byron Castillo, he had an injury and then he's been left out. So it's likely Robert Abudela or Angelo Preciado, one of them, will be getting the opportunity to man the right full back of the Ecuadorians. With goalkeeper Dominguez in post, you're going to be having Pervis Estupinian, formerly of Villarreal, who is now in the book of Brighton and Hove Albion in the English Premier League, who is going to be the man at the left back of the Ecuadorian national team. Pierre Hincapi, who is with Bayer Leverkusen, the German Bundesliga, together with Felix Torres of Cruz Azul, will form the backline of the Ecuadorians. Two double pivot midfielder you can talk of, Moise Caicedo of Brighton and Hove Albion, and Carlos Gruezo, who is also in the books of Augsburg within the Ecuadorian national team. These guys, together with Cifuentes of Los Angeles FC, United States of America, MLS, are going to be the man to form the midfield trio. In attack, is going to be a certain Enner Valencia leading the attack, Romario Ibarra, and then Gonzalo Plata of Real Valladolid. So it's likely they're going to be forming a 4-3-3 lineup. 4-3-3. Alejandro Dominguez in post. You have the likes of Angelo Preciado, Pervis Estupinian, Felix Torres, and then Pierre Hincapi forming the backline with Carlos Gruezo, Moise Caicedo, and then Cifuentes of Los Angeles FC in MLS forming the midfield trio, Enner Valencia leading the attack, Romario Ibarra on the left, and Gonzalo Plata being the man on the right. So these are the lineups that is likely that you can talk of. Those two sides are going to be coming on board with as the game goes on. But if you take a look at what has transpired between these two sides, they've met on 3 occasions, one win apiece for each of them. Qatar has won one, Ecuador has won one, and the one also ended in a draw. So the World Cup is on. We are in for a tournament of our lives. Qatar 2022 is here. Higher, better together. This is the first time that an Arabian nation, or you can talk about the fact that a Middle Eastern nation in the shape of Qatar are going to be hosting the World Cup. The World Cup begins today. We're going to be previewing a lot of these games as the games go on, or as the tournament successfully continue. So we're going to be making a lot of these previews. We're going to be talking football. We're going to be talking the squads, the coaches, the reactions, and all those stuffs. Be with us.